Hi, beautiful. I am talking to you today about the truth about self-love, self-help, and positive thinking. Over the last few years or decades, self-help, self-love, and positive thinking has really taken off. It has become the next cool thing, the latest fad. And you know what? I am so grateful that it has, because this means that one, there are much more people that are catching on to the belief and the reality that we have the power to actually create the lives that we want. And two, that means that there is an abundance of resources out there for all of us who really do want to employ these techniques and tools into our lives. But you know, the dangerous part about a fad is that it can become something that we, say and talk about and post about, but we don't really do. And we don't really know how to practically apply it to our lives. And then it just becomes this kind of idea rather than an actual embodied practice. It's important to remember that there is real power in self-love, in self-help, and positive thinking, but that it is something that you have to commit to and be dedicated to doing and applying in your life every single day. And the truth about it is that it is hard work. It's not easy. It takes a consistent commitment and coming back to that commitment every single day, and especially when things are tough, especially when the negative thoughts start to take over, especially when something doesn't turn out the way you wish it would, especially when your heart is broken. We see those courses and the vlogs and the ebooks that say, do this and it'll change your life. And that can just become one of those statements that we're like, yeah, right. But you know what? It can. But it only will change your life if you decide it can, and if you apply every technique and tool that resonates with you and really go into those uncomfortable places. Really allow yourself to go through the growing pains and really have patience, consistency, and compassion for yourself and the journey. Changing your natural fight, flight, or freeze responses that have been ingrained for decades, the negative thinking and belief systems that have been ingrained since you were a child, it's not easy. Believing that there are good people out there and that there are wonderful experiences and opportunities and possibilities for you and your life is not always easy, especially when you've been hurt before. It can be a mountain to climb in itself, to know that you will be hurt again sometime in your life, and to trust yourself enough that you can overcome it, that you have your own back, that you can be supportive and nurturing of yourself through that process, and that you are strong enough and will rise again. Having acceptance for the good and the bad in life is all a part of this journey, and it can all really be beautiful if you allow it to be. It takes deep work and commitment to look at the parts of ourselves that we would rather not look at, let alone anybody else seeing. I know this because this is the process that I have committed myself. A couple of years ago, I was in my own pit of hell, which really I could have blamed and was blaming at a time on everything else around me. Certain experiences, relationships, things not going the way I wanted. But it really came to a head, and I had to really acknowledge my part in this and acknowledge that I was attracting these situations and people and experiences and feelings into my life because of the way I was looking rather than looking at myself. And I had to go within, and I had to and continue to look at the parts of myself that are uncomfortable, that I would rather sweep under the rug. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance, and a lot of compassion to commit to changing your thoughts into more positive ones, to loving yourself and accepting yourself the way you are, and to really taking responsibility for your life and creating the life that you really, really, really desire deep down? What do you value in life? What do you want to be and do in this lifetime? What are you committed to? Write that down and start to employ this commitment to yourself every single day. I am committed every day to owning my feelings, my experiences, and my choices, and trusting and loving myself and others and life itself, no matter the pains that may come along the way. Keep looking through the lens of love at yourself and at others, because it's all beautiful, and so are you.